Hello students, today we are going to study IP version 4 addressing. An IP version 4 address is a 32-bit address that uniquely and universally defines the connection of a host or a router to the internet. Now unique in the sense that each address defines one and only one connection to the internet. The IP address is the address of the connection, not the host or the router, because if the device is moved to another network, the IP address may be changed. Next point is address space. Now, address space is the total number of addresses used by the protocol. So, how to calculate address space? Suppose a protocol uses n bits to define an address. The address space is 2 raised to n because each bit can have two different values, 0 and 1, and n bits can have 2 raised to n values. Now in case of IP version 4, number of addresses or number of address bits are 32. So address space is 2 raised to 32. So address space for IP version 4 is more than 4 billion addresses. Now how to, or we can say there are three different notations in IP version 4 addressing. First is binary, second is dotted decimal, and third is hexadecimal. So in binary notation, the address is shown in binary format. So each octet is a 1 byte or is 1 byte. Then second is dotted decimal. Each octet is denoted in decimal and the two octets are separated by a dot, hence it is called as dotted decimal. So now why dotted decimal is used? To make IP version 4 address more compact and easier to read, dotted decimal is mostly used. And third version or third notation is hexadecimal. So the binary address is represented in hexadecimal. Then hierarchy in addressing. IP address is 32-bit address. So it is divided into prefix and suffix. So let n bits are prefix, then 32 minus n bits are suffix. So this prefix defines the network address or it defines the network, and suffix defines a connection to the node. Now in IP version 4, address space is more than 4 billion. So here different class or classes are used, or this type of addressing is called classful addressing. So here addresses are divided into different classes. See here, this total address space, which is more than 4 billion addresses, is divided into A, class B, class C, class D, and class E. So the address space for A or for class A is 50%. Class B occupies 25% of total addresses. Class C occupies 12.5% of total addresses. Class D and E occupies 6.25% each for total addresses. Now see here how the classes are defined. 32 bits are divided into 8 bits, 8 bits, 8 bits, 8 bits, and 8 bits. So class A is defined by first 8 bits, which is called as prefix, and the rest 3 8 bits or 3 bytes are called as suffix. Then class B, in class B, 2 bytes represent prefix and 2 bytes represent suffix. In class 3 bytes represent prefix and 1 byte represents suffix. While for class D and E there are no prefix and suffixes. Class D is used for multi-class addresses and class E is used for reserved for future use. Then see here this table. Class A prefix bits are 8 bits. So class A, first byte of class A is from 0 to 127. As total for 8 bits, 2 raised to 8 means total 128 addresses or prefix values are there. So 0 to 127 represents class A. Then first byte of 128 to 191 represents class B. Then for C, first byte starts from 192 to 223. For class D, this prefix and suffixes are not applicable, and first byte starts from 224 to 239, while class E starts from 240 to 255. So using this first byte, you can identify the address given belongs to which class. Now how to find the address class? See here, you will observe first bit from the first byte. If it is 0, then the address belongs to class A. If it does not belong to, or if that bit is not 0, means it is 1. So you will observe or you will see second bit. If it is 0, then the address belongs to class B. If not, then you will observe third bit. If it is 0, then the address belongs to class C. If it is not, then you will observe fourth bit. If the fourth bit is 0, then the address belongs to class D. Otherwise, address belongs to class E. So now, what is this net ID and host ID? So for each class, prefix and suffixes defines net ID and host ID. So see here, for class A, first byte represents net ID, that will provide you the network address or network ID, and 3 bytes represent host ID. So there are how many networks in the class A? So 2 raised to 8, that is total 128 networks will be there in class A, while in each network there are, or you can connect 2 raised to 24 hosts in that particular network. Okay, so these 3 bytes, byte 2, byte 3, byte 4 represent host ID, means that many hosts you can connect in that particular network. Then for class B, net ID represented by 2 bytes and host ID is represented by 2 bytes. For class 3, net ID represented by 3 bytes and host ID is represented by 1 byte. For class D and class E, there are no net ID and host ID. Now take an example. Find the class of each addresses given below. Now first, that is A is given in binary, B is also given in binary, C and D addresses are given in dotted decimal. Now see, if you observe first bit of the first byte, then it is 0. So the first bit is 0, the class is class A address. Then for B, the first 2 bits are 1 and the third bit is 0, means it is a class C address. Then C, the first byte is 14, that is it is between 0 to 127, so the class is A. And D, the first byte is 252, that is between 240 and 255, hence the class is E. So this is how, by observing the first bit or first 2 bits or first 3 bits from the first byte, you can identify the address of particular class. Now see here, the classes and blocks are shown. For class A, number of blocks are 128. Then the block size is 16,777,260 and the application is unicast. Now what does this mean? In class A there are 128 networks and for each network you can connect these many more than 16 million hosts in that particular network. Then for class B, number of blocks or number of networks are 16,384 and for each network you can connect 65,536 hosts. It is used for unicast application. For class 3, number of blocks are more, that is it is more than 2 million blocks and the number of hosts you can connect in each block are 256. Again, it is used for unicast application. For class D and E, number of blocks are 1 and 1, while you can have more than 268 million hosts connected in that particular network and application is for multiclass. So class D is used for multicast addressing while class E is used for further or future. It is reserved and used for future work. Application is multiclass. Now let us see one by one class A, blocks in class A. See here, for class A, we have seen that there are 128 networks. So here it is shown net ID 0, means your class A network starts with net ID 0. In that you will have, see here, first address is 0.0.0.0 and last address is 0.255.255.255. So each block or each network will have so many hosts. So here one network is shown, consider net ID 73. So first ID is 73.0.0.0. So that is a network ID and remaining are the host IDs. So for host ID starts with 73.0.0.1. Second is 73.0.0.2. Likewise, the last address or last IP address for that particular network will be 73.255.255.255. So here see, there are for class A there are only 128 networks, but for each network you can have so many hosts. So here the drawback of class A address is that, or class A is that you have only 128 networks in total and in each network you can connect large host. So this is mainly used for large organizations, but in reality, in practice, such large organizations does not exist. So many addresses are wasted. Many more addresses are wasted. In block or in class C, here class B starts with net ID 128.0 and the last network ID is 191.255. So first network starts with 128.0.0.0 and last host in that network is 128.0.255.255. Likewise, same thing, here one network is shown 180.8. So here 180.8 is common for all host IDs. It will start with, first host ID will start with 180.8.0.1 and the last host ID will be 180.8.255.254. So here this class B is generally for mid-size organization but here also the host number of host IDs are very large. So even this mid-size organization has so many addresses which are wasted. Now block C, here network ID starts with 192.0.0.0 and the last network ID is 223.255.255. Okay, so there are so many networks, and in each network you will have host IDs from 0 to 255, that is 190.0.0.0 to 192.0.0.255. So in each network there will be 256 hosts. Now this class C is generally used for small size organization, but the number of hosts are you can connect are very small, that is only you can connect to 56 hosts in that particular network. And for class D and class E, these classes or class D is never or see here, for class D block size is more than 268 millions. So such large addresses never used for multicast addressing. And this class E, all the addresses are never used. So in classful addressing, so many addresses get wasted. So instead of using classful addressing, classless addressing is used in nowadays. Okay, so remember this, the network address is the first address, then the network address defines the network to the rest of the internet, and given the network address we can find the class of the address, the block, and the range of the addresses in the block. Take an example. Given the network address 17.0.0.0, find the class, the block, and the range of the addresses. Now how we can find the class? Now first byte indicates 17. So 17 means this 17 is in the range of 0 to 127. So the class of that address is A, right? See here, the class is A because the first byte is between 0 and 127. The block has net ID of 17. The addresses range from 17.0.0.0 to 17.255.255.255. Second example, given the network address 132.21.0.0, find the class, the block, and the range of the addresses. Now you will see this 132.21. So the class is B because the first byte is between 128 and 191. The block has a net ID of 132.21 and the address range from 132.21.0.0 to 132.21.255.255. So likewise, by observing the first byte of a given address, you can find the class, the block, and the range of the addresses. Now let us see what is this mask. Now generally the mask is used to get network ID. Okay, so a mask is a 32-bit binary number that gives the first address in the block, the network address, when bitwise ANDed with an address in the block. So this is the mask or masking concept. A given address, if any given address is there, you will AND it with a particular mask and then you will get the beginning address of that network. So for each class there is a default address. So for class A, the default address is 255.0.0.0. For class B, default address is 255.255.0.0, and for class 3, default address is 255.255.255.0. Now you know this AND operation. Any address when ANDed with 1, you will get the same address, and any address when ANDed with 0, you will get 0. So default mask will have prefix values all 1 and suffix values all zeros for each class. So remember, the network address is the beginning address of each block. It can be found by applying the default mask to any of the addresses in the block, including itself. It retains the net ID of the block and sets the host ID to 0. Now see here the example. Given the address 23.56.7.91 and the default class A mask, find the beginning address, that is the network address. The default mask for class A is 255.0.0.0, means we are keeping prefix values 1 and suffix values zeros, which means that only the first byte is preserved and the other 3 bytes are set to zeros. So the network address is 23.0.0.0. So we are getting the beginning address of that network, that is first address in that particular network. Similarly, second example, given the address 132.6.17.85 and the default class B mask, find the beginning address, that is the network address. Now for class B, our prefix is 2 bytes and suffix is also 2 byte. So we will have default mask as 255.255.0.0, which means that the first 2 bytes are preserved and the other 2 bytes are set to zeros. So the network address is 132.6.0.0. So this will give us beginning address of the network. So remember that we must not apply the default mask of one class to an address belonging to another class. Thank you.